Hello group number 1, welcome to today's reading. Today we're doing What's Your Vibe. I've done this video before and it was well received, so I thought let me just do it again. It's been I think 3 months since that video, so I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, please leave comments. I try to reply everyone back as much as I can. Actually, I do reply to everyone, so that's true. But yeah, it's been hard to keep up, so if I don't reply, please don't mind it, but I do try to reply everyone. So for today's reading pile, you chose the unicorn card. We'll start with these and look at the other cards in a bit. Every time I look at this card, I think of first beauty, second thing a creature that's elusive, almost mythical. So it has some fantastical sort of energy. It's always makes me think of 12th house, because that's connected to fantasies. We have 8 of Wands in reverse. We have the mice. Number 23 breaks down to a 5, Mercury energy. This could even be because 2 is moon, 3 is Jupiter. So maybe a conjunction in your chart or prominent moon or Jupiter. We have old women. And we have Pushya, which is interesting because Pushya, the lord in Vimshotri Dasha, is Saturn. So we do have that Saturn energy with the old women. Also, we have connection of Jupiter with Pushya because the deity is Brihaspati, which is, if you're Indian, you would know that the first thing that will come to your mind when you hear this word is a guru. And obviously, the archetype is also Jupiter. Okay, so maybe some of you guys have moon, Jupiter conjunction, or moon in one of the Jupiter signs. Moon even in Cancer because Pushya falls in Cancer. So exalted Jupiter. So special placement of Jupiter, prominent Jupiter with this pile. I feel like there's this, because it's coming out as the aura, strong Jupiter energy. So this could be a person, pile number 1, where you could be someone who's positive. I've also seen that people who have strong Jupiter, they have that wisdom. They're a natural guide and teacher to other people, but it also comes through life experience. So you cannot be a guide, you cannot be a teacher or a healer unless you've gone through some difficult experiences in your life. So you get that. There's a phrase also in Hindi, we have it, that I've not, my hair have not turned white for any random reason. It's because of my age, or in this context, my maturity. So that's what I'm picking up, like a mature sort of a person, old soul, wise soul. This is your energy, pile number 1. It's I think you also naturally command respect from others. People respect you not because of fear, not because of your stature, but because you're just, I don't know, the kind of energy you have. You could be someone who is respected because you're a nice person, or you're a kind human being, very generous. So this is right off the bat, I'm getting a hint of this Saturn coming through with maturity, a wise person, understanding, looks at the bigger picture, guides other people, could be a natural teacher. So you could be good at, I don't know what your career is. This is not a career reading, but whatever your work is, your work heals and helps other people. And you also have positive energy with Pushya. This is I don't know if it's a Shipra or a Mridu Nakshatra. Whenever I think of Pushya, I always think of a flower, which makes me think of Mridu Nakshatras. So I don't know, it's that soft energy that I always get with this placement. And also I've seen people who have Pushya placements, they tend to be very sensitive. They get hurt easily, they can hold resentment sometimes. But these people like to be respected. If they're disrespected, they take it to heart. And this is also a story connected with Pushya Nakshatra, where Brihaspati goes to Indra's court. And for whatever reason, Indra was busy or whatever, he's the king of the gods, and he forgot to greet Brihaspati. He's the guru. So Brihaspati got upset. He's like, okay, you're my disciple, but you don't even respect me enough to greet me. So he got upset, and then he went out of the court and he disappeared. So, and then a whole war ensued, and Indra had to, appease Brihaspati. So there's this energy of a person who commands respect, who even deserves respect, and people tend to just respect you because you are just a respectable type of a character. Pile number 1. And you're also unique. There's because this unicorn energy, it's almost like a mythical character. That's why I'm getting this energy of a person who's generous, who puts other people first, who's very kind. I think a lot of people might say that you have a pure soul, you have a pure heart, you're very generous, you put other people's needs before you, and if they kind of don't do the same or they don't respect you, you might get hurt, which is okay. But overall, even cheeses, I think it's funny, I'm thinking of the cheese, and I think this is also Jupiter cheese, even though processed cheese might be different. But yeah, ghee and fat and stuff, all of that is signified by Jupiter in Vedic astrology. So strong Jupiter with this pile. Natural guru, I think people, your overall vibe is a positive person who's generous, person that will help other people, and people come to you kind of looking for something. It's almost like they want to ask you for something, or you give away a lot of yourself to others. That's the natural generous energy of a Jupiter. Teacher learns, of course teacher does learn from the student, but more so it's that relationship where you have to give, right? So you take joy in other people's success, you guide them, you want other people to succeed, you're a naturally positive person. You could also be very optimistic in general. Again, there's certain other cards with Saturn that can give a little bit of pessimism. With this mice energy, it's also a little, myopic, where you get stuck on the small little details. However, overall, I think because different people picking this pile, the energy is positive. At least people feel positive in your presence. People feel like this person is wants everyone to succeed. They're not jealous. You're not the jealous type. Yeah. And you're also somewhat of that authority figure. You also come across as a person who's a wise soul. So people feel like, wow, this person has so much wisdom. And you could be naturally more inclined towards higher education, or just studying, reading all the time, being known for being intelligent. Here also we see a book in the hand, right? So I just get this energy of a person who's intelligent, who likes to read, who has a lot of knowledge on different things. You give great advice when people come to you, you guide them, and you're a good teacher also. You can also be a good leader. Okay, so let's keep going. You could be the sort of person who gives great relationship advice but then has issues in their own relationship. That's again an archetype of Brihaspati. Yeah, so let's keep moving. We have the desert. How do you say that? We have the womb. Again giving me Cancer energy here, even 8th house energy. So you could have placements in those. What I'm getting is, first of all, there's a lot of red with these two cards. So giving me Mars as well. Mars element, maybe debilitated Mars. People might be picking this pile because this pusher also falls in Cancer sign, and Cancer is where Mars gets debilitated. So this is a pile where I feel like sometimes you guys could also feel like you cannot exert your willpower. When people hurt you, people upset you, you're like, okay, I'm gonna get it back, or how do you say that? I don't know. Get back at that person, but you don't have the heart to do it. You always kind of chicken out because you're just too kind. You cannot, match people's aggressiveness, or I don't know. It's like you cannot stoop to their level, and you're like, you know what? This person really pissed me off. I'm gonna do the same. I'll give them the same treatment, but then you cannot do it. I feel like this is that energy of treat others the way you want to be treated, not treat people the way they treat you. That's the energy I'm getting here with Mars, where you cannot exert your willpower or people take advantage of you. That energy is there. I'm seeing that here. And almost like a hand reaching out for help. So you're the helping hand, you help everyone. People might take a lot from you, and you don't get as much in reverse or in return. But feminine energy, creative energy I'm picking up. You guys could be creative. You're also feminine in the sense that feminine energy of nurturing others. Womb, where you nurture the baby, right? You could have a lot of friends also with that Mercury energy that I'm getting here with the baby and this number 5. You could have a lot of friends or students. Younger people are naturally drawn towards you. You're a unique person. It's making me think of, it's a silly example, but like a rare Pokemon with this unicorn card. I don't know why that's coming to my mind. But a unique person, because it's very hard to find nice people in today's age. Everyone's like, this is the Kali Yuga, this is the Kali Yuga. You cannot find respectable people who are righteous anymore. But I think you're the person who stands out. Yeah, that's one thing. Coming back to creativity, you could be feminine. Also, it's a natural feminine quality to nurture other people, to be generous, to give, or to be kind to others and to counsel them, to take care of them. I'm just getting that energy overall. With Cancer also, it's sometimes connected to also feeding others maybe. Moon is connected to food. So maybe you feed others, you host other people, or I don't know, you're just very kind overall. You nurture other people. So that way the feminine energy is coming through. You don't have to be a female to just resonate with this message so far. Let's look at some other astrology cards you got. We have Leo here. Leo. We have Ketu. Sun. I'm going to put the planet cards together. Okay, let's keep this one here. Sun and Ketu conjunction. Okay, we have first house. Let's keep Leo here. We have the first and the 12th house. Like I said, 12th house placements talk about sometimes loss, or just not loss exactly, but it can be loss. But in the context of this reading, what I'm getting is being generous, giving away, because it's also donation, spirituality, religion, all of that, where you help other people and you kind of put them before yourself. That sort of energy I'm picking up with this 12th house. And naturally, people, you could be someone who's self-sufficient, independent, because we have first house, which is the self. 12th house is isolation. So you come across as a person who's very, I don't know, it's like you're whole on your own. You're not looking to make friends or connections, but people are naturally drawn towards you. People might look at you as a one-man army also. They might be really inspired by your quality to always get things done on your own, and how you're generous. You never ask anything back. You don't ask for favors, and that sort of energy I'm picking up. Sun itself, I've seen people in the first house. They can be good leaders. They have a prominent personality, and a person who attracts attention. Even in 12th, if Sun goes in 12th, first of all, specific message for this pile might not resonate with every single person, but there could be like an absent father or missing father figure, or having to be your own father in some way, where you have to build your own confidence, or something about becoming independent and not relying on anyone else, that sort of energy. But Sun in 12th also loves isolation. These people work actively behind the scenes. They don't like attention on them, but they have a lot going on. So that's one thing I'm getting. With Ketu also, Ketu is the planet we connect with detachment, significator of detachment. Okay, the cards are a little crooked. So Sun Ketu conjunction. This could make a person kind of shy away from the public eye. That's one thing. And Ketu naturally, earlier I forgot to again mention this point. I was getting it earlier as well, where usually there's a pile where people would, more spiritual people, oriented sort of a pile, where people will be like in the comments, I'm a psychic, I'm a tarot, and a pick pile number 1. So this is that pile. There's some spiritual element also coming through. Even the unicorn card, I think I read the guidebook before starting the reading. It said something about connecting to the something about spirituality, connecting to that spiritual wisdom. So that was there. Second thing, we obviously have strong Jupiter. Jupiter is the significator of religion and spirituality. Out of the planets, it's the most spiritual. Sun and Moon are also spiritual, sattvic planets. So you got Sun as well. And we do have Cancer energy, so there's a lot of spirituality coming through with this pile already. And then Ketu also is the significator for liberation, moksha karaka. So people who are looking for liberation, people who don't have a lot of desires or who want to help others, their whole life purpose is about finding a meaning to their life. It's not about material possession or anything like that, not glory, not material possessions, not even relationships. So your energy could be something where people feel inspired by you. They feel that you have a lot of wisdom, and it's just started raining also as I'm doing the reading. So that's a nice omen. So again, it's making me think of, first of all, going through a lot of trials and tribulations, crying. It's making me think of crying, and then learning from those experiences, which you kind of put to use, and you guide others. And you're also kind and compassionate because you've been through difficult experiences in your life. So that you should be a little more kind to others, especially people who are going through something similar. So I think you guys could be natural healers, guides to other. You could be tarot readers. You could have good psychic intuition as well with Ketu coming out. Ketu always makes me think of that. And we have Leo also. So Leo, sun quality is strong. You can be a leader. You can guide other people. And people are naturally, this energy about you where they feel good in your energy, first of all. Second, they're kind of trying to win you over somehow. It's like a compliment from you means a lot more than other people. So people respect you. And you could also have certain amount of fame also with sun. It can sometimes talk about fame. So you could be someone popular. Everyone wants a piece of you. Everyone wants to connect with you. Okay. And they feel inspired by you. Yeah, that was one more thing I was getting. Positive sort of a person, and people learn a lot from you. They want to be more like you. So your overall vibe is a person who's just doing their own thing, and people are naturally drawn towards you. They're curious about you. They want to get to know you better, and they kind of want to imbibe that energy themselves as well. Let's keep going. I still have a lot of cards left. We have links, discernment, look beyond immediate appearances. So you're good at judging people. This is again making me think of a person with good intuition. We have boundaries, number 2, moon. So emotional boundaries, you don't let everyone in emotionally. And this tiger makes me think of Vishakha. And there's one more nakshatra with tiger yoni. Which one is it? Vishakha, Chitra. Yes. Okay. So you could be someone who has a lot of boundaries. So again, high self-respect, high standards. People treat you with respect. And also this could be talking about your relationship side of things as well, where you are not open, you don't date a whole lot. I'm getting that energy overall, where you could be more detached sort of a person, and maybe not having the best luck when it comes to relationship. That is also one of the qualities we do see with Pusha people. They struggle with the relationships. Even if they find the partner, partner is not, a partner can sometimes feel neglected. Okay. But anyway, you could have emotional boundaries, and naturally a person with high self-respect is what I'm getting so far. We have healer of the ages. I feel a little winded. We have, look how the imagery, even the cloth, the garment is very similar. The hands are open. And it's almost as if this person is turned old, right? And we had that old lady energy also earlier. So again, a wise person who's lived through a lot of different lifetimes. So have collected wisdom over time. Let me just put these two here because I have one more from this deck. Spiritual wisdom, spiritual maturity. So again, there's so much here about spirituality, having wisdom, having knowledge. Person who's, I don't know, very wise beyond their years. And people come to you for this knowledge, whether you are aware of this or not. You could have that third eye opening as well. Or some of you could be Shiva devotees also. Third eye makes me think of Shiva. But Ketu, the mountain itself, is a significator of Ketu. Ketu is about spiritual enlightenment. You could also live at a higher plane. You could be fond of traveling also. Some of you guys could also be very traditional. Saturn Ketu can sometimes talk about your own roots. So maybe some Mula Nakshatra is also there. Ancient knowledge, old learning old languages, ancient literature, that sort of, because wisdom, books, knowledge, studies, all of that is Jupiter, and religion's philosophy. And Ketu is old. So the past stuff. Rahu is new, inventions and stuff like that. So you could be someone who's close to your family, let's say, or you live in your hometown, or you're very traditional, brought up with traditional values, something like this could be there. And again, that healer energy is there. You heal people with your presence. You don't have to be like a psychic or a tarot reader, but naturally you heal people with your presence. So overall, the vibe is more so about you being a little mysterious, also coming across as a wise person. So the first impression you give off is very positive. People want to connect with you, want to get to know you better. With magician also, this is giving me, sorry, I'm burping. I also kind of feel a little winded doing this reading. I think it's the Jupiter energy, but Jupiter is very heavy. So it's a person who is very responsible also. They have a lot of responsibilities in life. So you have all this knowledge and wisdom. It's like you have to apply it, use it. Sometimes you have to take the high road, even when you don't want to. So I'm getting that heavy energy also. And also a person who has weight to their personality. So people treat you with respect because you have that weight. Okay. But yeah, you could also be good at manifestation. It's giving me magician energy. Maybe some hasta placements also. I'm getting a lot of different things here. Finally, let's finish it off with some tarot. You got 4 of Cups. King of Coins, again giving me that heavy energy, someone stable, grounded, earth energy. Also Jupiterian sort of energy. We have Magician. See, you got the Magician also. We have the Lovers. Gemini energy here. This is Gemini, this is Mercury. So a lot of people naturally drawn towards you, people who are different than you. Okay. And again, that energy of someone who's been through a lot of difficulties in life, but they can guide others. Also, I'm getting with 4 of Cups and this Lover showing up again, maybe some difficulties in your love life. I'm getting that. I think you need to pay more attention to your love life, your romantic partners in general. Pile number 1. You need to treat them a little bit more with love and be more present with them. You're someone who has good perception. Good perception also, but people have good perception of you. That's one thing I'm getting. And also you're really good with applying your wisdom, your knowledge, and you're good with manifestation also. Maybe a little unlucky in love, but with this Lover's energy, I think you can definitely find love in this lifetime. And people feel a lot of love from you, and they have a lot of love for you as well. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm going to wrap it up here. So if you like my videos, you want to support my channel, please consider becoming a member. If you're looking to book a reading with me, I've added extra readings, a couple of more readings. One is on your natal chart. So if you want to, let's say there's an area of your life where you struggle. So this could be your career or your love life, whatever, one area, let me know, and then I can look at your chart and see what's going on, and we can discuss, have a discussion back and forth, and I can give you remedies. So I've added this new feature, and also I've done, usually I just offer guidance. I pull cards from this deck and astrology deck. So there's that guidance reading, and also I've added one more option of doing a reading the way that I do my pick a cards on YouTube, or more of like that energy check-in. So I've added a couple more readings. You can check them out. If you're interested, you can book with me, or you can write me an email. You can book on Ko-Fi or send me an email. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye guys. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to today's reading. Today we're doing what's your vibe, overall vibe that you give off. I've done this reading before. I think it's been 3 months since I posted that video, and I did quite well. So I thought, let me just do it again. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to start out with a few of these cards, then we'll take a look at the others. Also, I just want to mention that I've added a couple more readings on my Ko-Fi shop. So earlier I was just giving these guidance readings where I would use tarot and my astrology cards that I always use. And I would do like a reading for whatever topic that people had in mind. Now I've added 2 more options. First is doing like a energy check-in, or videos in the style of the picker cards that I do with all these oracle cards. I don't use them in the other regular personal reading that I do. So I've added one more option where I pick all these cards, do the reading exactly the way that I do my picker cards on YouTube. So that's one I've added. Second I've added is on a natal chart. So read your natal chart. You have to tell me. It's not overall chart reading because that's going to take a long time and I don't want to commit to that. So it's pretty much basically if you suffer with one particular area of your life, let's say your career, your finances, your relationship, you can just let me know. I can take a look at your chart. We can go back and forth, have a conversation, and then I'll give you remedies and just do a reading for you specific to what's going on. Okay, so I've added a chart reading also. So that's more of an experimental reading. I'm going to see how it goes, and then it depends how long it takes me because that one could possibly take longer than the other one. So I'm not sure about that one, but let's see how it goes. So if you want to book a reading with me, check out the readings that I offer in the Ko-Fi, and you can book the reading, pay the amount on my PayPal, email me. The email will be in the description. So let's start the reading for you. We have Buffalo. Makes me think of Venus. I don't know why, because it gives me Taurus energy first of all, and then the pink also makes me think of Venus, and this is Earth sign, so Taurus again. We have Ace of Cups, giving me Pisces energy with this scales in the back. We have Daughter of Swords. This is Page of Swords. Yes. We have Wedding, so more Venus energy. We have Cross. So this is actually, these two both give me Jupiter and Venus. We have Mrigashira. This falls in, I think, Gemini. If I'm not wrong, I think it's Taurus and Gemini cusp. So yeah, strong Taurus, strong overall Venus. Yeah, that's what I'm getting so far. I'm also getting this energy of exalted Venus in this pile with this Pisces energy, and there's so much here that I'm picking about spirituality, which in itself is connected to 12th house, but also devotion, because there's obviously all these yogas. I'm not going to get into it, but Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Bhakti Yoga particularly, when I think of it, I always think placements in 12th house. Especially if I had to just pick one placement, it would be Venus in 12th or Venus in Pisces. That's a yoga for Bhakti Yoga. People who are very devoted and they can be very spiritual, or if they're not spiritual or religious, they will be very devoted to something in their life, especially their partner, because Venus is love. So that's one thing. And then Jupiter in 12th also gives the same sort of feeling. And you can also have a Venus and Jupiter conjunct somewhere in your chart. So overall, that's the energy I'm picking. You come across as a person, especially if you're spiritual, it could be a big part of your personality. We have Cross here. We have the wedding with the priest and the people getting married. So that's one thing I'm getting. Also Pisces energy, which is also connected to spirituality, religion, all of that, 12th house energy. But also see, I didn't even notice. We have number 3, which is Jupiter, number 6, which is Venus. This is perfect. Amazing. Okay. So coming back to what I was saying. So you could be someone who's traditional, maybe traditional values. You're looking to settle down. You're looking for a partnership. You're the sort of person who dates to marry. You know, relationships could be a big part of your life, or just being in love, or you could be very loving, or you're actively looking for someone. You could be someone who's very devoted to their partners. So people tend to notice about you, pile number 2, that you make a great partner. Your marriage material, you're someone who has strong family values. Maybe you're really connected to your family or your roots. You could be very religious, like I said, spiritual. You could be very feminine also, with strong Venus coming through. Very feminine, a little more passive, receptive sort of energy. You could be also very, I don't know, charming, flirtatious, very loving, romantic, like wears your heart on your sleeve, that sort of energy, but also a little shy, like coquette. That's the energy I'm getting. With Mrigashira, it's that energy of, okay, I'm interested, I'll say something, and then I'll say exactly the opposite thing. So playing that game a little bit. And also being a little shy, timid, someone who doesn't like confrontation. Mrigashira also makes me think of perfumes. And Pisces also strong Venus. Usually people are really fond of fragrance, perfumes. They have a strong Venus. So you could be fond of perfumes in general. Maybe people notice your perfume, or you dress really nice, you smell nice, you look nice, you have nice skin, that sort of a thing. So you could have that tendency to be really into all of that stuff. So that's one thing. Second thing I was getting is you could be really good looking, and you could be someone where you like to be in love. You romance is very like important to you, or a big part of your life somehow. So either it's that spirituality angle that's coming through, or being devoted to your partner, or it doesn't matter if you had a relationship or not. Let's say you've had difficult experiences in the past. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying your overall vibe is a person where people look at you, they feel like I want a partner like pile number 2. They would be very devoted to me, or they have same values as me. They would make a good partner. They would make a good husband or wife, or a mother or father to our children. That sort of energy I'm getting, where people see a good partner in you. They also see that you're generous in love, especially to your relationship partners. You would be very devoted and committed, like loyal, responsible sort of a person. Also very giving, abundant, like you'll nurture the partner, you'll take care of every need, like being like a team with your partner. That's the energy I'm getting so far. So either you could be very romantic. I don't know if people notice, you know that about yourself or not, but people tend to look at you as someone who would make a great partner, or this religious sort of a person, where people look at you someone who's highly committed to your principles and just your spiritual knowledge. Okay, overall I'm getting very feminine vibes with this pile. Let's see, we have the bridge, we have the sustainer. So this is also sustainer. We have these 3 archetypes: creator, sustainer, destroyer. So creator is Brahma, sustainer is Vishnu, destroyer is Shiva. So naturally, maybe some of you guys picking this pile, you are Vishnu devotees, or strong Lakshmi vibes with this pile. I was getting that earlier also. Taurus and strong Venus. So we have the consort of Lakshmi, Vishnu. So I think you guys picking this pile could really connect with that energy of being the divine feminine if you're a female. And if you're a male, you could be someone who's slightly has a certain feminine traits, where you're very, I don't know, you're not very masculine or aggressive in your approach. You're very easygoing, very sweet, and someone who maybe gives a lot of compliments, easygoing sort of a person. Like think of Vishnu or Krishna. They're very not feminine, but they do have feminine qualities. They're very soft, and I don't know, they have that strong Venus element in their character. So that's one thing I'm getting. Also always makes me think of Pisces, 12th house, Venus. Why? Because we see Vishnu, the imagery, if you look at the symbolism, he's lying down, and Lakshmi is massaging his feet. So feet is 12th house, feet is also Pisces, and Lakshmi is Venus. So naturally makes me think of Venus in Pisces, exalted Venus. Or obviously you, on the other end of the spectrum, you guys could also have debilitated Venus picking this pile, because there's something prominent about your Venus that's coming through. You guys can also have Venus, Ketu. Why? Because we have the bridge. Bridge makes me think of Ketu, and Ketu itself is connected to spirituality also. So you guys, pile number 2, you're really good at social graces. You're someone who has who's very cultured. You know, the sort of people who go to different restaurants, and they live that luxurious life, and they know how to pronounce all the weird names on the menus. That's you. It's giving me Libra energy. And just people who are very cultured, who like to experiment with these things. They can really be part of the high society, or they're just very cultured. You know, that's what I'm getting, this vibe. Also, Taurus makes me think of luxury. Obviously, people who spend a lot of money, or who dress really nice, they spend money on themselves, they invest that money on themselves, and who take really good care of themselves. So feminine energy is very strong. And naturally, men could be really magnetically drawn towards you. They want to date you, they want to give you presents, shower you with a lot of love. That's the kind of vibe I'm picking with this pile. And also you're good at social connections. Bridge is about connecting. See, we have two hands here. So here also we have two hands. So it's about creating connections. You connect with people easily, whether it's a friend or a partner or whatever. You have social graces. And this ocean also makes me think of Pisces. So maybe Ketu in 12th house, or Pisces ascendant, moon in Pisces. Ace of Cups also a person. Maybe you would be the person, let's say, if you like someone, you might not go up to them and ask them for their number, but you'll create this environment or situation where you make it easy for the person to ask you out. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting with Ace of Cups. Maybe not completely apparent with your intentions, but you kind of make it happen somehow. And also a little slippery, a little, like I said, coquettish. Because Pisces is that energy of a fish that's a little, you can't really hold on to it. It's slippery. Speaking of Pisces, you did get Pisces. Who's surprised? Let's put this one here. So you got Pisces, we have moon. So you definitely could have moon in Pisces. You could have moon in 12th house. That can also make a person. First of all, moon in Pisces, moon in 12th. It can give sometimes issues with sleeping. So it's like you wake up very frequently. It's hard to rest. And makes a person very imaginative also. And daydreaming sort of energy. Fantasizing, that sort of energy is there. Makes a person creative also. Mother could be distant. You could live. You could settle down in a foreign place. Anyway, I will not go into predictions, but basically moon in Pisces is also more spiritual. It's more of that feminine energy person who can also be, like I said, devoted. Devotional energy is coming through, but feminine also I'm getting. Could like isolation also. We have 4th house, more Cancer energy, moon energy, ascendant. See? So we did get ascendant. Person who travels a lot, person who's a little moody, changes frequently, changes their opinion frequently, can waver quite a bit. Moon gives that energy of a person who's very changeable, waxes and wanes. So can be a little emotional, can be sensitive, very feminine energy again. Could be really good looking. Moon gives good looks. And we have ascendant here, which is the physical body. Can give a round face also. But yeah, overall what I'm getting is a feminine energy and good looks for sure. So much here about Venus and Moon. And these are the two planets that give beauty in Vedic astrology, Venus and Moon. And something about 4th house also. So 4th house is the place of your residence. So I think that could be in foreign lands for sure. Or you could be naturally drawn towards foreign cultures. So you come across as a person who's very cultured, like I said earlier. Yeah, I even forgot about that point. But very cultured, you connect with people from different cultures. You might be more drawn towards people from different cultures than your own culture. Foreign lands, foreign people, foreign culture, foreign spirituality. All of that. Maybe connecting with people online as well. Let's see. We have inner peace. We have sexual freedom. Okay. The imagery is okay. So more of that, this is actually giving me moon in 12th house energy, because moon can be a little lusty and 12th house is can be bed pleasures also. So person who's free, person who's, I don't know, maybe you connect with people from far away land and you feel more free in their presence, something like this. Or just this energy of, and again, fantasizing and person who has big dreams, vivid imagination, that sort of energy I'm getting. And you could be very devoted to your partner. You'll do anything to make them happy. But this is that energy of being very emotionally attached to your partner. Yeah. Maybe a couple that always spends a lot of time together. That's your energy. With inner peace, I think, I don't know. When I look at this image in the back, it's a lot of different planets. It's giving me very world the tarot card of the world. That sort of energy I'm getting with this card. And also there's a need to kind of calm you down. This is it doesn't necessarily mean that you have inner peace. I'm seeing that this could be something you work on actively, because you have all this water and air energy. You could maybe waver a lot, and you could be sensitive also when it comes to your emotion, be a little moody as well. So this is something you need to work on, or you actively try to work on, finding the peace, being a little more stable and grounded in your energy. But yeah, let's keep going. I'm gonna wrap it up in a bit. We have the thinking man, so you could be intelligent, or you could attract a lot of men who are very intelligent, or who like your intelligence. They can talk to you. Your communication skills could be really good, or this could be that energy of humor, banter, getting along, talking a lot, constant communication. Yeah, you could also be charming and charismatic. We have the angel of strength, number 5, giving me Leo energy. You could attract a lot of masculine men also towards you, because you're very feminine. We have coyote, wise fool, accept your follies and find the teaching in them. Okay, so person who learns from their mistakes. You could be humble also. You accept your mistake. Here also I was getting this energy of someone who's a like a student, eternal student, always curious, wants to learn new things, and also a little shy and timid. It's that page of swords energy of a person who holds back communication, who can be a little charmer, and also not the most upfront about your intentions and feelings. So you could be a little I don't know, like you hold back. Strength can sometimes also talk about that, how a person kind of tames themselves. They don't really show their true side, true nature very early on. But yeah, intelligence is there for sure with these 2 cards. I'm getting that energy. Let's look at your tarot. You got 2 of cups. So see how relationships are a big part of your life somehow. Either you've been in some relationships that were significant, you learned a lot from your partner, or you tend to date people who are different than you learn from them, or people from foreign land, some foreign element is involved, or you find it hard to connect with people. You connect with very few people, and that means a lot to you. 2 of cups is that soulmate sort of energy. Or you've been elusive, you've not really dated. Maybe some of you could have Venus retrograde also in your chart, Venus Rahu. But yeah, there could be that situation where you have not really dated, but there's always been this strong desire to date, and you could be a romantic at heart, but you don't show that side to other people. That's what I'm getting. We have 2 of coins. We have Knight of Cups. So lots of 2s again. Maybe a little fickle, like I said, a little indecisive. We have Knight of Cups, so romantic at heart, that energy. Again, we have Judgment, Mars energy. Maybe you have faced this experience where people tend to come back to you. People who walk out on you, they always come back, they apologize. Or you could repeat certain patterns in your life, especially in your love life. That could be there. So people tend to notice about you how everyone wants a piece of you. Even the people who walk out on you, they always come back. So you're a person of high value. That's Taurus energy. Taurus is assets, 2nd house. So people who matter, things that matter. Where is it? Crooked. Anyway, I can't really do anything about it now. But anyway, so overall the vibe that you give off is feminine vibe. Person who would, relationship material, person who would make a great partner, and someone who's magnetic. People are drawn towards you. They want to date you. They want to be with you. Or I don't know, you come across as a person that would be very nurturing and kind. The exact sort of a partner that everyone is looking for. Yeah, you invoke a lot of feelings in others. And people who are also very shy could also be drawn towards you. So similar energy then as you, and also opposite, where you could be ultra feminine and you could attract ultra masculine men, or you could attract people, guys who are very feminine, who find it hard to express their emotions. So they'll just put you on a pedestal and not express their emotions. That could be the situation also. But overall vibe is a person who's very devoted, can be very dedicated to their partner, very giving, very loving, very generous, and strong feminine energy with this pile. A little elusive also, might play certain games, might play hard to get. That sort of energy is also I'm getting. But yeah, overall nice energy. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. If you want to book a reading with me, please check out the description. If you like my videos, you want to support my work, please consider becoming a member. That would really help out my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye guys. Hello pile number 3, welcome to today's reading. Today we're doing What's Your Vibe. So I've done this reading before, it was well received, so I thought let me just do it again. It's been a while since I did it. It's been a couple of months. So this is the reading for today. Wait. Okay, so before I start the reading, I just want to mention that I've added a couple more options for private readings with me. So the first one was the one that I had up was just general guidance on whatever your situation is. I've added one more as the energy check-in, which is exactly in the style of the picker cards that I do with a lot of oracles and stuff. So if you like my readings, the way that I do them here, you can maybe get one of those if you're interested. And then one more I've added is a astrology reading where I'll look at your natal chart. We can discuss, let's say, a particular area of your life that you struggle with. For example, your career. So I'll take a look at your Saturn, your 10th house, certain other elements in the chart, and we can talk about it. We can have a dialogue, a conversation, and then I'll talk about it, what's going on, and I'll give you remedies. So that's more of an experimental thing that I'm doing right now. I don't know how long it'll take, so I'm not sure if I'll do it forever or how I'm going to go about it, but I'm just starting it out. So let's see how it goes. So you can book the readings, you can check them out in Ko-Fi, the listings, and then you can make the payment at my PayPal link. And just in general, if you're confused or whatever, you can email me. Okay, my email is mentioned in the description. Just wanted to let you guys know. Let's start the reading. Let's start with these cards, okay? So you picked Phoenix. Always makes me think of Scorpio because it's connected to transformation. Strong fire element also. Fire in general, if you're not aware, fire is about transformation. Out of all the four, what's the word? Elements. Fire is transformation. Water is cleansing. Air would be, I don't know what air would be. Interesting. I'm not really sure about air. Makes me think of freedom, honestly, movement. But anyway, earth is nurturing and grounding. Okay, so wow, even the sunlight is falling on this card. So this is Scorpio energy transformation, or you could have maybe prominent fire signs, or maybe a fire sign, fire planet, sun or the Mars in Scorpio. We have 6 of Pentacles. Interesting. Making me think of Mercury with the plant and the shoot. Anyway, we have fish here, 34. Fish and umbrella. Umbrella always makes me think of Jyeshta Nakshatra. It's one of the symbols for it. Maybe Revati Nakshatra also with the fish. This is Scorpio energy. This is Pisces. And fish in general is Pisces, right? Revati also falls in Pisces. I'm sorry, I'm burping. And Venus also gets exalted in Revati. So maybe you guys have Venus in 12th or Venus in Pisces or Revati placements, planets in Revati. We have Dhanishta also, maybe planets in Dhanishta Nakshatra. This is, if I'm not wrong, this is Capricorn. Capricorn, I think. Let's put it here then. We have 4. Mars element. Let's just, we'll move it later. Okay. I'm also getting sun for whatever reason. I'm drawn towards the saffron sort of a color, orange color that's associated with sun. So I'm getting a lot of sun energy also. Maybe you have sun in Capricorn, in Revati, sun conjunct Mercury, or sun in Pisces, sun in 12th house. Anyway, we'll talk about astrology a little bit more later. Let's see what's the energy. What I'm seeing is, first of all, this is the energy where people take notice of you. There's something about your personality that's very strong. I'm getting this energy with this pile that a lot of females picking this pile could be slightly more in their masculine energy. Or they could have, let's say, exalted sun, exalted Mars, prominent sun and Mars. Those are the two most masculine planets. Or they could have, let's say, debilitated moon, debilitated Venus. So the feminine quality is a little low, or not low, but weak maybe. Just one way to put it. And the fire planets could be a little exalted, strong. So that's one thing I'm getting. More in the masculine energy, females picking this pile, or a lot of guys picking this pile. That's one thing. Second, I'm getting the way that people see you. They see you as a threat, first of all. I think I also get this energy, even no matter what type of a personality you have, pile number 3, people can misunderstand you, or the first impression is off. That's one thing I'm getting strongly with this pile. And the first impression might not be positive. Or let's say if it's positive, the qualities are negative. So let's think of a person who's critical, right? Some people might say that it's a good quality to be critical, or to be blunt, have harsh speech. Some people might say, oh, that's a good quality, the person's honest, or they're blunt, I like that. But in general, most people will say it's a negative trait. So your certain traits or qualities that people pick up on might be perceived negatively, or just there's this negative first impression for whatever reason, or there's a misconception, preconceived notions. That sort of energy I'm picking up. Also, what I'm getting is people consider you a threat. People compete with you. They see you as competition. There could be a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of copying your style, or something about copying you or competing with you. Looking at you as a person who's competitive, aggressive, hardworking, forced to be reckoned with, and also a little intimidating, fierce. That's the energy I'm getting. Maybe a lot of, even though earlier we started with the nurturing element of Revati, I'm getting fierce nakshatras. Even, wow, I just realized with the rain, that's connected to Ardra nakshatra. Ardra is Tikshana, one of the more Tikshana, fierce. Fierce is Ugra. Tikshana is bitter. So Tikshana nakshatras are, oh, and I forgot, Jeshta is also Tikshana. I didn't even mention that earlier. Jeshta is Tikshana, Ardra is Tikshana. I love this card. This is a new deck I bought. There's a lot of different cards, but with this card I get so many different Vedic symbology coming through, and that doesn't happen with the other cards. But yeah, this particular card might be my favorite in the deck. But anyway, Tikshana nakshatra, that would be Ardra, Mula, Jeshta, if I'm not wrong, Ashlesha. I think these are the ones. Yeah, so you could have fierce. Ugra would be Purva Bhadrapada, Magha. I can't think of the other ones. Magha, Purva Bhadrapada. There has to be a couple more. Kritika. I think I'm forgetting one. But you could have Ugra and Tikshana nakshatras. It gives a fierce personality. Even you can be very quiet. If you're Indian and you're aware of TRS, there's this tantric that comes on the show, right? Quite often. But he's very subdued. He speaks very sweetly, very calmly. But if you look at his eyes, I always notice his eyes. He has such a strong gaze, and I can just tell that this person has Ugra and Tikshana placements. Why? First of all, if you're in Tantra, you will have fierce nakshatras. A person with soft, gentle planets, soft, gentle placements in their card, in their personality, in their chart, and in their personality will never go towards Tantra. For Tantra, you need to be fierce because it's not an easy practice to undertake. So definitely person has Ugra and Tikshana placements. And I just look at his face and just his eye gaze. I don't know, I can just tell it. So person doesn't have to be loud, person doesn't have to be critical, person doesn't have to try and fight with you, but you can just, there's that fierce energy, that fierce energy aura you can pick up from someone. Also makes me think of an MMA fighter, Alex Pereira. He's become a phenomenon recently, actually making me think of Phoenix, because he's had a transformation. And I was earlier talking about sun, so sun gives fame, and recently in the last couple of years he's become very famous, and he has the same aura. Everyone's scared of him, and he never says anything. He doesn't even speak much English. Everyone's scared of him, and he's just not saying a word, and he's not even with his body language he's very subdued. So it's giving me that energy of a person who has just an aura, energy field around them, where people just feel like, whoa, this person's a little a force to be reckoned with. I feel a little intimidation coming from this guy or a person. That's the energy pile number 3. People also see you as a person who will make it big. There's a big theme here in this pile of a person who could be multi-talented, or there'll be a big person, big personality, or someone famous, someone important, someone multi-talented. That's the energy I'm seeing. Here also it speaks about growth with the 6 of Pentacles. And also with Dhanishta. Dhanishta itself, Dhan, it's made, most of Sanskrit words are made of a couple of different words coming together. So Dhan itself means wealth or prosperity. Ishta, in this context, it's talking about Shresht. Shresht is another word, or how do I say that in English? Shresht. Let's say number 1, or how do I say it? But person will make it big, basically, is what I'm trying to say. That's the, you can say, rough translation of Dhanishta. Not exactly, but that's how I'm translating it. So people with this placement tend to be very talented. Usually you'd see a lot of musicians or people in the public eye, let's say actors and entertainers, singers. Those people tend to have Dhanishta placements. That's what I'm seeing. Also, it's reminding me of it's lonely at the top, because a lot of the times Dhanishta people can be single, or they can have a little bit of a bad luck in their love life. Not necessarily, but I've seen that. Who are so big, they have such a big personality that they tend to be lonely. They don't have a lot of connections in life, or they find it hard to connect with people. Maybe there's not a whole lot in common, is what I'm seeing. Or these people tend to make friends who are in different fields, or people they connect with due to philosophy, not work, or the commonalities or similarities in their life. That's one more thing I'm getting. Overall, this pile is very loaded. I've just talked about 5 cards. It's already 12 minutes. So I will need to blaze through this. But overall, what I'm picking up with this pile, energy of a person who's prominent, significant, important, bit intimidating, and could be more masculine, could be more extroverted also. In the public eye, multi-talented, very open. That's what I'm getting so far. Fierce, good looking also, attractive. People are drawn towards you. Okay, and you're very soft. You show that softer side to the people who are close to you, because we have Revati. Revati is naturally connected to nurturing other people. So that will only happen to the people who are close to you. We have the Destroyer here. It's connected to Shiva. We have Queen. So I want to say one thing. There's a particular subscriber. Her screen name is Savage Queen. So I wonder if she'll pick this pile, because we have the Queen here, and one of the keywords for Destroyer was Savage. So I was like, this is her pile. So let me know if you pick this pile. Looking forward to your comment. But yeah, overall what I'm getting is, I don't know why I moved that. So let's keep it here then, since I moved it. So a person who's not scared of walking away, person who's, like I said, fierce, will cut someone off, and person with high standards, high values, they expect a lot of what do you call it, like queen treatment, or just treating someone, a person with high self-respect, and also a person who wants to be treated a certain way, or they'll walk away from you. And again, that blunt energy, that fierce energy, someone who will cut someone off, person who's not afraid to ruffle some feathers, person who's not afraid to compete with others or to cut them down, or I don't know, just like stand up to people. That's the energy I'm getting with the Destroyer. Also, person who's a trailblazer, person who stands out, doesn't follow in others' footsteps, especially their family. They'll do something different, and they'll go against the social norms. Maybe people picking this file could have retro planets also, or prominent Rahu. Rahu is that person, the outsider, outcast, who'll do like controversial stuff, take risks, be very courageous. That's also that energy of queen, where she'll be courageous. Also a person high self-esteem, behaves like a queen and expects queen treatment. Can also be very nurturing. Like I said, I got that Revati energy here also. We have the moon. So a person will be very nurturing. There could be some Anuradha or Pushya placements also with this lotus. Chitra, Ashlesha, I always think of so many nakshatras on this card. Maybe with moon, this could be Rohini also. Rohini or Mikashira with the moon. So someone who's good looking, attractive, but also hot, you know, that not just beauty. Like I was getting with one of the earlier piles, I don't know which one was it, but with this pile, it's like attractive personality, very seductive. And in those archetypes, seduction archetypes, I'm getting strongly the star here, or the charismatic. So Chitra is also connected to beauty. Lotus itself is connected to Lakshmi and good looks in general. Moon is also significator of beauty. We have Ashlesha with the snake, which is very magnetic sort of a pull that you feel towards someone. So someone highly attractive. Pile number 3. You could be in the social eye, a lot of maybe following audience, that sort of energy I'm picking up. Let's keep going. We have Gemini. Gemini is also connected. Gemini also speaks about connecting with other people, connection. Let's move them a little. We have 10th house. So see, your reputation is important. You're in the public eye. Power couple energy also here. But with 10th house, I'm seeing that you could be someone prominent. 10th house is where Mars gets exalted in the sign of Capricorn and Sun gets directional strength. So it speaks about being in the public eye, being in your masculine energy, whether you're a boy or a girl. If you're a female or a male, doesn't matter. It's a person whose career or work could be very important or prominent. We have Mercury, 8th house. So that seductive energy is coming through again with 8th. Mercury in 8th can make a person research oriented also. Person who goes to the bottom of the things. Research oriented, intelligent, hidden knowledge, hidden information. Person who doesn't maybe share everything that they know. Their tricks, their traits or their talents, they make it seem very effortless. Meanwhile, they're going back home and rehearsing till the early hours. It's that energy of making things look very effortless, working very hard behind the scenes. Gemini and Mercury also coming through. So communication skills, person who's flirtatious, person who's very persuasive, has good social skills. Good communication skills overall, can make a fun friend also. Very good in social settings. Fun to be around, fun to talk to. Let's look at some of the cards. We have Cougar, confidence. Not surprised that this came out. Almost made me chuckle. Be bold and take charge. Very much this energy so far with this pile. A person who's very confident, very attractive, goes after what they want and in their masculine energy. Right? Overall, that's what I'm getting. Here we have Garden, number 15. Adds to 6 feminine energy with this card. And we also have the divine masculine. We have 1 and 2, Sun, Moon, and adds to 3, Jupiter. So overall, what I'm seeing here with this card is there's this play between the masculine and feminine. So you could be someone, even though you're in this masculine energy. If you're a girl picking this pile, you know how to be feminine also, because you're the attractive person. So you can be very seductive also when you need to be. But overall, your work could be very important, and you could also attract a lot of very masculine men towards you, who treat you like the feminine. So that play could be there between the extremes, between the polar opposites, yin and yang energy that I'm picking up here. And again, a lot of guys picking this pile. That's what I'm getting. Maybe some Leo placements also with the lion I'm seeing here. Maybe Ketu and Sun conjunction. Ketu is south node of the moon, Rahu is north node of the moon. I don't always mention it. By the way, guys, if you ever see like a comment where people are confused, because I recently got a comment where a person said, what is Rahu? So please, if you see a comment like that, please reply back to that person. I did eventually. I always reply to all of my message comments. I'm still lagging behind on the last video though, so I need to catch up. Here we have hostilities. This is Mars energy of fighting, competition. 6th house placements could also be there. Virgo could be prominent in your chart. You could have Virgo placements. You could have Mars placements. Mars in first, Mars in Virgo, or Mars in 6th house. So this is that energy of a fighter, person who will fight, and this destroyer energy is also here. So person who also maybe Shiva devotees in this pile. I don't know if I mentioned it or not. And there was this Ardra energy also here. So some strong Ardra coming through for sure. And Ardra also falls in Gemini. So everything is kind of tied together. With the red bow on top. Red is Mars and bow is something cute, feminine, right? Anyway, coming back to this, you're a person who's blunt, like I said, blunt with your speech, and you fight, you stand up, you stand your ground, you don't back down. You could be stubborn also. So definitely that Mars element that earlier I was picking up is prominent here. Strategy also came out, so you guys could also have Mars and Mercury conjunct. This just made me think of those two cards. Strategy is that organizing, again Virgo element actually, making me think of Virgo. Person who strategizes, person who stays organized, makes plans for the future. That's very much the Mercury element playing a role. And these two coming out together, they could be conjunction, or like I said, there could be a play between the zodiac signs of these two cards. You could be someone who's intelligent, proactive, you plan for the future. Again, it's that energy of someone who's really concerned about their career. They want to make a difference. The work is very important to them, and they make plans for the future, right? But people don't want to fight with you. They're intimidated by you. They also see that this person might come out on top, so I'm not going to fight with them. Okay? So overall, I do have some tarot cards. Let's just finish it off then. We have Page of Cups here. Someone who's a flirt, good in social settings, like I said earlier. You could also be someone who's quite young, or you have that young spirited energy within you, where you take risks and you follow your dreams like a young kid. We have Ace of Coins, Ace of Swords also. See, that warrior archetype, and blunt speech, and very forward with your thoughts and opinions. And also a person who will make it big, that growth. See how the imagery is getting repeated. Wow, I did not even notice that before. This is amazing. And then this, exactly the same. Crazy. Love that. And you also got the Empress. So this is again speaking about a person who's very beautiful, very magnetic, and you have that creative energy within you as well. So you make things happen, creative energy, right? And also attractive. So people want to get with you. They want to chase you, court you, find you very attractive. Divine feminine energy. Overall, your vibe is that of a person who's feminine, but as well as masculine. But you're good with both, balancing both, and also stepping into the role that the circumstances require. Okay, that's one major thing. And out of the 3 piles, I see with this pile in particular that your career, your life purpose is very important to you. You're a person who's very, multi-talented. You will make it big. People notice you as a person who will make it big in life. And with pile number 2, it was more so taking inspiration from the person. With this pile, it's like people feel that competition vibe with you. They want to compete with you, or they feel like, you know what, this person's better than me, so I'm not even gonna try and be friends with them. So there could be a little bit of jealousy also, evil eye. So always protect your energy. Overall, I like this pile. It was really nice. Someone attractive, magnetic, sexy. A bit of that fighter energy also. Both masculine and feminine elements came out. Confident person. Fighter. Yeah, that's the vibe for you. Pile number 3. I hope this resonates. Leave your comments. Let me know your thoughts on the video. And I just want to say that if you like my videos, you want to support my channel, please consider becoming a member. I've added the extra reading, so if you're interested, you can write to me on my email, book a reading with me if you're looking for a booking. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.